because
Bon après-midi, bienvenue dans la deuxième partie de notre émission Nation en Ciel. Comme j'avais annoncé ce matin, nous prenons une deuxième émission. Exceptionnellement, l'émission, it will be in English. And we are going to talk about the 16th IMTC, that is International Movement for Tamil Culture, in collaboration with INTAD, which is the International Association of Tamil Diaspora, Murugan Foundation, International Tirukkural Foundation, Mauritius Tamil Temples Federation, and Tamil League. There will be a conference between the 24th and 26th of September. I have lots of eminent personalities attending this conference, which will be about the Tamil diaspora, opportunities and challenges. And today, I have the huge pleasure to welcome on the set of GRF Web TV, the conference secretary and the chairperson of the conference. The conference secretary is the Professor Panch Ramalingam. Professor, bon après-midi.
Psychology from
bonjour,
Pondicherry.
bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Ça va, vous allez bien?
Ça va.
So you're going to speak in French, I'm going to speak in English.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to tease, pull a little bit your legs, and the chairman of the conference, Professor Armoogum Parsuramen, with the former Minister of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, Professor Parsuramen. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Rama. Thank you. Thank you very much for the very warm welcome you extended to us.
Okay, so
And,
Professor Panch Ramalingam, why a dot after punch?
No, you know that, in Tamil, we used to add 2 letters as initial.
Okay.
Like Sinu, Rama, like that. You are also using Rama, no?
Yeah, exactly.
In the same way, my father's name is Panjalan.
So that's why you put the dot.
Punch.
Okay, punch meaning 5 in Hindi.
Yeah.
Okay, with a PhD in psychology, director of UGC, Human Resource Development Center of Pondicherry University, India, and also president of Indian School Psychology Association, Asia Pacific School Psychology Association. Gentlemen, welcome. Professor Parsuramen, a few words.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. Thank you for organizing this session on our GRF Web TV and inviting such a distinguished visitor from India, from Pondicherry, Professor Panch Ramalingam. I would like to extend to you, Professor, a very warm welcome to the Global Rainbow Foundation family. And we are happy to have you on our platform, on our GRF Web TV. And we've been very closely associated for quite a few years now. And we are glad to welcome you in Mauritius. But most importantly, you've taken the initiative of organizing 2 very important conferences during this visit. One is the 16th IMTC International Conference, which is the conference, in fact, of the International Movement for Tamil Culture. And the topic you've chosen is Tamil diaspora, opportunities and challenges. I think it's a very important topic, a very relevant topic, and which I think needs reflection, discussion, and also try to find a roadmap to how can we take it to the future, So I'm glad that you've chosen this topic for this conference. IMTC itself is a well-established organization which has been, present in the world for many years now. You'll say more about it. And the second thing you are also organizing is this, the 5th ABSA International Conference on the topic which you have well chosen, the efforts of G20 and India, which just hosted the G20 brilliantly.
Yes, sir.
Very successful hosting of the G20, which won the world accolade for that. I think it's a very appropriate, and therefore the theme of the topic on the school psychologists is very interesting. You've chosen the efforts of G20 School Psychologists Connect, right? So these 2 conferences will be run in Mauritius during this visit. So we are very happy. I know that simultaneously. I know you are the conference secretary for the IMTC conference, and thank you for the honor conferred upon me to be the president of the conference, and also for the ABSA conference, which is very relevant, very timely also. and I'm sure these two conferences will contribute to the reflection and also to finding ways and means of improving further the overall situation with respect to these two topics that you're going to consider. So I will leave you in the good hands of Rama, right?
Yeah.
He will be with you to explore and to get more information about these two conferences. And I must say, Rama, Professor Parsuramen, is a very distinguished personality in India, in particular in Pondicherry.
That's why I put the question in French.
Yeah. He's so well known there, and I must thank him for really extending all facilities to me, for Global Rainbow Foundation, for INTAD, and even International Tirukkural Foundation. When I am in India, especially when I'm in Pondicherry, he's very well connected. He's very closely connected with the Chief Minister of Pondicherry, and who released my book on In Search of Our Ancestors, and it was all thanks to him, and connected with many of the members of the government there, and in the society there, with the Vice Chancellor, Professor Gurmeet Singh, who is coming, will be attending the conference, an eminent personality. Wonderful. We're looking forward to welcoming him also. And all in all, Pondicherry University is playing a very major role. And we hope during this visit with the Vice Chancellor here, and also we have the Vice Chancellor of Sri Lankan University, Varunya. These people, personality will be here among others, right? We hope this will help to provide new opportunities.
And consolidate.
Absolutely. Especially with University of Pondicherry, we are going to discuss. I have already initiated discussion, thanks to Professor Ramalingam and Vice Chancellor Gurmeet Singh. We hope to initiate some more collaboration with them.
Just before you move, Professor Parsuramen, at a later stage during today's broadcast, we're going to have Miss Neha Ramkalawan, who is a student in psychology, who is going to join us. And at the same time, in a few minutes, we're going to talk to someone with a very close friend of GRF, Mr. Chris Ponusamy. But just before you move, in your presence, just to confirm something, since we are mentioning Pondicherry, Professor Ramalingam. So when the French took the island of Mauritius in 1710 and gradually established a full-fledged settlement with the first Tamils coming from Pondicherry, Madras, and Karaikal. Okay, so we are going to talk about all that in a few minutes.
Very good, Rama.
Okay, so very good, Professor.
You brought out a big volume, no? In Search of Ancestors.
So in a few minutes, we are going to greet through a call Mr. Chris Ponusamy, with a very close friend of GRF, and also a former senior chief executive. And he is going to talk about the paper which was written on the contribution of Mauritius to the Tamil language, religion, and culture. Yes, Professor Parsuramen.
I just want to mention 2 words about Mr. Chris Ponusamy. He is, as you say, is the chairman of the Global Rainbow Foundation Advisory Committee, a very distinguished personality, well respected in the Mauritius, as a very senior civil servant, as you just heard, but also somebody who has been very dedicated to the culture, Tamil language in Mauritius. And I have benefited a lot from his full support in all the initiatives that we do, right? And for this conference also. And I was very pleased to see the paper he has written. The paper that he will present to the conference is really comprehensive, and will certainly shed more light on the role.
So he's going to mention a few words about this paper.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to, to welcome him also to this television session. So he will intervene.
So before we speak to Professor Ramalingam, let's listen to our friend Chris Ponusamy. Okay, so we are going the technical team is going to establish contact with Mr. Chris Ponusamy, and so he's going to talk about the contribution of Mauritius in the Tamil language, religion, culture. Thank you, Professor Parsuramen.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Okay. Excellent. So let's, when you establish contact with Mr. Chris Ponusamy, just please wave. So, Professor Ramalingam. Okay, so I call you Professor Ramalingam here. It will be okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Let us know a little bit more about you, your career path, what you've done so far, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. First of all, I would like to sincerely appreciate your efforts on this, immediate action. Yesterday only I arrived, and Professor.
We had no other choice. I received a message late night. Okay, if I can host you this evening, I never say no. So that's why you're here.
Yeah, this is a surprise, and I heard about this Global Rainbow Foundation is doing having a TV and doing wonderful service. When Dr. Armoogum Parsuramen was in India, we had an opportunity to have one exhibition and launching a book. Then he used to mention a lot about these activities.
Yeah.
In that
and
respect,
we're very pleased to have you today.
In that spirit, very happy. And you are all aware that 1980, the second IMTC conference was held in Mauritius, Mahatma Gandhi Institute.
Yeah. You were here?
No.
Okay.
I know that at the time I was a student.
Is it your first visit to Mauritius, Professor?
No, for me it is first
visit.
Excellent.
Okay, welcome to Mauritius.
Thank you. At the time, M.G. Ramachandran was the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. He has sent a team of 60 cultural team with 2 ministers. One is Mr. Nedunchezhiyan and Mr. Aranganayagam. Both the minister accompanied and did the conference well.
Yeah. I still recall one conference where Kamal Hassan attended that conference also.
That is 1987.
I was there.
International Tamil Research Conference.
Yes. I recall
but
that
this
one.
IMTC itself, born in 4th International Tamil Research Conference, in Jaffna.
Yeah.
Way back in 8th January 1974. In that respect, I am associated from 1982 onwards. That during the youngsters, we are closely associated with these Sri Lankan issues. In that respect, my subject of study is the psychology. I did master's, MPhil, and
But
PhD.
Despite you mentioning psychology, I can see from your CV that you are the happy owner of only 3 postgraduates. Neha, welcome on the set of GRF Web TV.
Thank you, Mr. Rama. It's a pleasure being here.
So it will be Rama on the set. There will no Mr. You just wave the Mr. Rama would be fine for me. Okay. So yes, Professor, you have an MA in psychology, another MA in education. Another MA in political science? Where do you find time to do all this?
No, this all in fashion, First, my father was a freedom fighter, in the sense French India freedom fighter. That made me to study, for something related to political history, something like that. Then I found this political science as a course. After completing, then I have written some 3-4 books on French culture in Pondicherry and this political
Sorry, I've seen that you have written and edited more than 80 books.
Yes. I won't waste time.
Between yesterday night and this morning, I've been doing my homework.
Good.
So much about it, okay? So, do you have any preferred one among those books? Among the 80 books which you have written, do you have a preferred one which you like most?
Yeah, this is school psychology in the Indian context.
Okay.
That was done during this COVID time. Because during COVID, we can't move out. Then what are all the collections I have? Then I thought, this is having 100 years old Western society, well established. But in India, it is lacking behind.
So your lockdown, you were very busy during the lockdown with writing other books.
Not only for me, I made my colleagues throughout the country, those who are very familiar with the local languages.
Okay. You mean Tamil or?
No, all Hindi, Sanskrit, Malayalam, Telugu, all major languages.
So you speak all these languages?
No. I involved them to translate this book into their language.
And in how many languages?
16 languages they have translated.
16.
16.
16. Okay.
16. Now, recently, this Nepali also translated. Now, Sinhalese is also translating.
So you mean in Sinhalese, in Nepal, in Kathmandu, and all these places, people
Yeah,
are
all
now?
we are having our secretaries, country secretaries.
Wow, excellent.
Even in Japan, we have a strong collaborators. They are also coming for this conference on Saturday.
Yeah. So you mean all these people are coming for this conference?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Neha, do you have a question at this stage to put to Professor Ramalingam?
Yeah, first of all, before asking a question, I would like to thank Professor Ramalingam for doing such a commendable job, like for prioritizing mental health in the school system, which we really lack in Mauritius, like for trying to build from scratch the mental health department in the school system, and that is really aspiring. And I read the books that Mr. Parsuramen sent me, like regarding the APSA conference, and it's such a great work that you guys are doing. And I would like to focus on the fact that the conference is on G20 and school psychology, and the fact that one of the goals of G20 is about inclusion, equity, and quality. And I think that is really important, like especially for children, like for students with disabilities, like autism is on the rise nowadays, and we also have dyslexia. And regarding to that, I would like to ask you a question, if I may. According to the APSA organization, I would like to know what the APSA organization is doing for kids with mental health challenges.
Well, said, this main function of the ASPA is just related to our Global Rainbow Foundation, what we are doing it for the disabled, disabled in all sector, children to adult.
Yeah.
But we are focusing on children, especially inclusiveness in the schools. Now around 12 countries, our school psychologists are closely working with the teachers, school administration, universities, to bringing this, especially for these mentally challenged and physically challenged children to the schools. They are having their own ways and means possible to inculcate, only to promote this mental health. That is the reason our first international conference held at the National Institute of Education, Colombo, focusing on the mental health issues of children in Sri Lanka. Wherever they are affected, they really need of the service, we are intervening and doing the service. That is the reason.
Excellent. Sorry to interrupt you. I think we have Mr. Chris on line, please. Is Mr. Chris available? Okay, so Mr. Chris Punusami, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, how are you, Chris?
Well, I'm fine, and
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you in this live show. Yes, regarding the coming conference about Tamil diaspora opportunities and challenges, you have written a very nice paper called on the contribution of Mauritius to the Tamil language, religion, and culture. Can we hear you about that a little bit more, please?
Yes, with pleasure. First of all, I don't know if Professor Ramalingam.
I am very much here, sir.
Yes, he's listening.
I am very much here.
So I would like to greet him. And,
thank you very much, sir.
A warm welcome to Mauritius, and also a very fruitful conference here. I also would like to pay tribute at the very start of the program to the president of the movement, International Movement for Tamil Culture, our good friend Parsuramen, and all the members of the organizing board. Now, the idea of writing the paper came in fact from Professor Ramalingam himself.
Okay.
He had read one of my articles previously, and so he just hinted that I should write a paper for the conference. And I said I couldn't refuse, of course. So I started doing my research. I have lots of papers at home on Tamil culture. I was myself brought up in the Tamil environment in Port Louis, the cradle of Tamil culture in Port Louis near Mariamman Temple. So I grew up with the Tamil League, with other institutions. So I've got a lot of literature on the evolution of Tamil literature, Tamil culture, religion. So I said I will start writing. But there was a limit to writing because Professor Ramalingam said not more than 5,000 words.
It's like an assignment for the university.
Indeed.
Exactly.
So this is what I did. In fact, what I wanted to do, because there's already a lot of research papers which have been presented, so I thought I needed to be original in my approach. So I started right from the very start. I said, how is it possible for a small island like Mauritius, a virgin island where there was no population at all, and then that little island has become such an important contributor to Tamil culture and religion. So I had to go right from the start with the Dutch civilization, Dutch settlement, then French. I won't have time to go.
You went as far as the dodo was concerned.
Yeah, I started right from the very start with the Dutch settlement.
Yeah.
In fact, the Dutch didn't bring any Tamils as such to work here. It was passing, in a sense, a passing settlement. But the French, when they came here, they brought slaves from Madagascar and also from Pondicherry.
You're referring to 1710, isn't it?
Yeah, 1710 and 1715 they came, and definitely there was a presence of Tamils in Mauritius, which the number grew very quickly, because the Tamils, the French, they had a comptoir in Pondicherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, through the Compagnie des Indes.
Yes.
So, and the same governor was in charge eventually of Mauritius. So there was a lot of movement between Pondicherry first, Mauritius, and then of course the entire south of
Chris
India.
Punasamy, any idea who were the French governor at that time? Any idea?
Well, the most famous name, which has come.
Are we referring to Maïdo Labourdonnais?
Labourdonnais was based in Pondicherry.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was Duplex also, who was based in Pondicherry and also had dealings in other parts of Tamil Nadu. So that connection with Tamil Nadu was extremely important right from the origin. And that number grew up with eventually before the abolition of slavery, there were more indentured, more laborers coming from the different regions. And what is interesting is that there were not only laborers coming, there were also merchants and businessmen. Because in the administration in Pondicherry, there were already a number of Tamilians who work in administration.
Okay.
And so some of them came over here and they occupied, junior posts, but still important ones in the French administration.
And lots of, sorry, Chris, and lots of them also, if I'm not wrong, were artisans, semi-skilled workers, etc., isn't it?
Yeah, yes, indeed. But let me bring the link between the Tamil businessman and then the workers here, the laborers.
Yeah.
Now, I dwell on this point because, the laborers who came here, they were meant to work for a period of time and then go back to Tamil Nadu. They were sort of, temporary workers.
You mean they were on a contract basis?
Yeah, they were here on a contract basis, but many of them stayed here. They stayed here because we created conditions for them to stay here. The Tamil businessmen brought a lot of things from Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
So they live in the Tamil ambience. In a sense, when they came to Port Louis to buy their stuff, they could see all sorts of Tamil shops, Tamil music.
And festivals. And festivals also, isn't it?
That created conditions for them to stay. Not all of them stayed, but a good majority of them stayed behind. And it was important to salute their resistance, their determination to stay, because they would constitute the basis of the Tamil culture. And
Chris, were at that time festivals like Timidi, Kavadi, Kanji, and all these were being held?
Yes, indeed. That came, a little bit later when there were more laborers coming in, when we had a sizable number.
Yeah.
In fact, the number increased. During the period 1730 to 1790, 1730 to 1770, we could register some 3,000 Tamil workers here in Mauritius.
As much as.
The number increased, and with the increase in the number, then they could have the opportunity, they could have the capacity to organize religious festivals.
Excellent.
So there is record that a number of Tamil festivals were organized in Port Louis with the help of the Tamil businessmen.
Chris Purusamy, I think we have now a trailer of what's going to happen during the conference from between the 24th and 27th of September. Am I right?
Yes.
We're not going to mention much more than that. Let me ask Professor Ramalingam, do you have any question or anything to say to Mr. Chris Purusamy?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Now, tell me, sir, you have given the base how this Tamil culture is established and promoted. Tell me now, presently what is happening, sir? Now it is promoting and safeguarding the culture, or we lost our culture in Mauritius?
Good question.
Let us discuss that. When we are.
Let us discuss that during the conference. Okay.
Yeah, indeed. That will be great.
That will be great.
Lots of things to say during the conference.
Chris Purusamy, thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you during the program. And please, we proceed, and I will invite you to watch the rest of the broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your presence at this particular
Yes, Professor Ramalingam, anything that you would like to add regarding this short interview with our friend?
No, this is a lead article, we can say. That's why I thought, I can put a word to him. We are having this challenge,
Yes.
We have a lot of opportunities, We are promoting business, we are promoting all aspects, socio-political activities. But the challenge is there. We are showing our own identity, Tamil is the identity. But not only in Mauritius.
Exactly. I was going to ask you, other than in Mauritius, can you mention a little bit about what's happening regarding? Let me put you the question which you put to Chris earlier.
Yes. No, it is a challenge. It is a challenge.
Yeah. Same question. What's happening elsewhere around in the world regarding Tamil?
Everywhere the challenge. Just to take an example in Pondicherry. Pondicherry is just like a Tamil Nadu. That is entirely Tamil society. But some 10 years back, this present chief minister, at that time you are the chief minister, he thought, people are more of job oriented. Instead of having this local education, we can go in for central education, CBSE pattern.
Yes.
He converted. Now entire schools having the CBSE pattern. What is happening? Students are not willing to take the Tamil as a subject.
Why? Why this reluctance?
Taking the marks, this education is the mark based. If you take French, they will score 200 out of 200 easily.
Okay.
But for Tamil, they will not able to score more marks.
Even for scholarship, they won't run for a scholarship if they choose Tamil as a subject.
No, scholarship is not matter. They are giving for all. But only the studying. Studying French is easy. Only you can write words, you can score marks. But in Tamil, you have to read all classical, text.
All the literatures.
Literature and all. That now this
they have to go back to 𝐕𝐨𝐼𝐴 time.
Very serious issue now going on. Why don't we simplify the Tamil also like French? Those who are really interested at the graduate level, let them learn. But the school level will make it as a basic. So that they can also score marks and they may show interest on Tamil studies. That is a big challenge. Likewise, sir, even in Tamil Nadu, we are facing the language issues. This nearby countries, Singapore.
Do you have a big influence of European culture invading that part of India? I mean, in the southern part of India.
Not European, especially this, English. Students, those who are studying in English, they may think that the entire globe we can visit, especially for the IT sector. That influence is there. But what we are trying to say, we can take a Japanese model. Up to school, we can have the education in our mother tongue. If you want to go out, you can learn whatever the language you may want, whether it is French.
One last question from my part regarding this conference. Then we're going to move to the APSA conference. One last question. Do you make any difference, Professor Ramalingam, between culture and religion?
Definitely, sir. But, as far as this is concerned, we are set aside the religion. We are not taking religion as part of it.
So this conference has nothing to do with religion?
No, not to do with the religion. Only focusing on the culture. That is our identity.
Very good, very good. So we can have a Christian Tamil, we can have a Muslim Tamil, and all these. So it will be basically
all come together.
About arts, culture, paintings.
Yes, all we are bringing together.
All together. Excellent.
Especially from the ancient root, we can say this Bharatanatyam, all the Natyam, and traditional our Tamil artist, cultural artist. A team of 10 people from Pondicherry is coming here. They are going to give this. What are all the traditional?
They are going to perform. They are going to perform.
That program starts with their performance.
Wonderful.
They used to say, this Mahakali. How they are remembering her.
Wow.
This tiger, peacock. I like that, they will have this mockery and do that.
Wonderful.
You might heard about in French culture, they used to have one performance, masquerade.
Yes.
That is in Pondicherry also now not performed well. But now the people are again reinventing and doing the performance.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good. So we are going to move to the next part of the debate. That is, we're going to come back to psychology. So back to you, Neha. So anything you'd like to add at this stage?
Yeah. So regarding the upcoming conference, I would like to add that since we are speaking about school psychologists mainly, so I think that school psychologists are really crucial as they are the main link in schools, they are the main link between students and parents, because if we see that from another point of view, the parents also have a responsibility to instill discipline in the child, and the teachers maintain the discipline at school. But whenever there's a problem or any issue regarding the behavior or the emotional needs of these students, it is up to the psychologists to tackle it. And I think that the role of the school psychologist at this point in time is really crucial, because personally I have noticed that in schools the school system lacks empathy while the students lack discipline, and I think that is a really huge problem.
Yeah, you are right. A child is a psychologist. We all studied and then we are implementing, exercising. You can see a child of 3-year-old kid. He or she knows how to react with the parents, how to react with the teacher. The child goes to the school, he or she, they will dramatize and mimicry. Whatever the teacher says, they will do.
Yeah.
They may also know, these are all inborn. No? Earlier on, we used to say the computer is a skill. We will train them.
Yeah.
Then we can have conducted classes and all. Now the computer is a literacy. We are not teaching any child how to use the mobile, smartphone.
Yeah. They learn on their own. They learn on
they are
their
very
own.
fast.
Yeah.
Even then the parents, they are doing it. That means no literacy. This is the 21st century child is more advanced. In the same way, we being the psychologists, we have to channelize them. What is right, what is not wrong, not right. Then only they will shape themselves. That is the reason we school psychologists, we are helping the parents as well as the teachers. How we can take care of them in the school setting as well as at the home. Especially during this COVID-19, parents struggled a lot making their child at home.
Yeah.
They realized that school is essential to put the kids during.
It's only then that they realize the importance of school. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That was our recent experience. In the same way, the teachers also, we are earlier on we used to tell you can beat the child. So that they can learn. But now you can't touch.
Yeah.
Even you can't say your criminal.
You can't even raise your voice.
No, not at all. That much,
But when you were a kid, it was something normal.
Yes. Now they are more sensitive.
Yeah.
They know how to behave. They are thinking that teachers, only you can teach about the content, subject.
Yeah.
Don't tell about our behavior. We are sensitive. We know how to behave.
Yeah.
How to show respect to the
We
teachers.
know everything.
Yes. That is the feel of the child. Even the kids, 3-year or 5-year-old kid, they think we know everything. Teacher is to teach.
Yeah.
That's all. Don't tell. Don't do this. Don't.
The do's and the don'ts.
Yes. Don't tell. Don't tell.
Okay. At the very beginning of this broadcast, we mentioned about the G20 conference, which we're going to talk a little bit lengthily in a few minutes. I will invite the technical team to share the video regarding the G20 conference, so that the people will know what was that conference about and to have an idea about the G20 conference. Please.
So we are just a few hours away from the New Delhi G20 Summit, and we are here at the Bharat Mandapam. This is the Delegate Center, hall number 14, where the official delegations will be housed. So this is where we start. Here we see the Mother of Democracy exhibition, and this exhibition really traces the evolution and the history of democracy in our country. We are the largest democracy in the world. You can see that these are all interactive panels. They tell a story through the historic evolution of our times. Here you can see that there is a formal welcome tableau which has the flags of all of these countries are here, and here it is in several different languages. You can see Shwagatam in Bangla, you have Bienvenue in French, you have it in German, Willkommen. Every G20 language is represented in this tableau. And here we have again a panel that indicates all of the different areas of this hall. Whichever area you want to go to is here in the interactive panel. There are country offices, so we can go to some of them. There are 29 offices of different countries, the G20 invitee countries, and 14 offices of international organizations. Let us look at the US country office. You have the flags of both the guest country as well as our flag. You have all facilities. There are laptops, there are photocopiers, there are workstations, there is a seating area here. And an inner office for the senior delegates, ministers, etc. They can spend time here. You also have a conference table here. Through these televisions, you will get a live screen images of all the discussions at the summit room. This is an area where delegates can sit down and they can spend some more informal time. They can meet other delegation members. So here you see a very nice background. This is a selfie point. International delegates can come here and take photographs and take memories of India's G20 New Delhi Summit 2023. We come to a very special part of our delegate center. The first pavilion on our right side as you come in is the RBI Innovation Hub. And this RBI Innovation Hub will exhibit some of the latest cutting-edge fintech initiatives. You can see the Digital India Experience Zone. And this is basically going to showcase the India Stack, showcase all the digital public infrastructure, right from Aadhaar to UPI. There is a very interesting one which is 𝐬𝐵 portal, from which any delegate who is suffering any sickness or any malady can come here, digitally consult a doctor, get immediate medication, get immediate prescriptions, and he will have the advantage of the best medical treatment digitally. You have Bhashini, you have DigiLocker, you have Diksha, Aadhaar, UPI. So this Digital India Experience Zone is a very special one. It will enable us to showcase India's cutting-edge technologies to the world that will come here from the 9th and 10th of September 2023.
Yes, Professor Ramalingam, how do you feel as an Indian when you watch the marvelous conference held recently in India?
Yeah, this is an excellent experience, sir. As an Indian, we are proud that our Honorable Prime Minister made it possible to exhibit to the entire world, not only for the G20. This is a message for the entire world that how India takes very seriously and propagates this oneness, one family, one nation, one world, and one human being, one future.
I can't not put you the question regarding Chandrayaan. This is the light also, which landed on the southern part of the moon also. That was another marvelous achievement.
Yes. That too, we proudly used to say that our Tamilian did it.
Yeah.
those who are in the Chandrayaan project, all the scientists are from Tamil Nadu.
All of them?
All of them.
Wonderful, wonderful. Excellent.
So far, this is the third project. Now in Aditya L1 also, the Tamil scientist.
Wonderful.
In that way, the scientists, those who are working in ISRO, they are all very proud and very committed to do these things very effectively.
Excellent. So, let's come back to the G20 conference, because in the book of abstract you mentioned 5th Abstract International Conference on the efforts of G20. School Psychologists Connect. Please elaborate.
Yeah. This G20, among the nations, mostly they are discussing about the economical issues, socio-political issues. We are isolated. Psychologists are not having direct connection with the G20. But our vision is psychologists can also be included in the forthcoming issues. That is the message we are putting it. We are taking it further.
So you mean that nothing, absolutely nothing has been mentioned about psychology in that conference?
No, nothing. Because the education coming, the psychology is coming under the education. They are promoting education and educational aspect. Naturally, the psychology is
so they have taken education as a big picture.
Big picture umbrella. Within that, psychology comes in. What are all the educational innovations we are talking about? Naturally, psychology is taking a place. That too, we are more specific to the school psychology. How we can mold the child, whether it is in India or other nation for this matter. We are giving support to the child so that they can have the proper education. Especially earlier on, this school education is a neglected area. They won't mind it. Till 17, 18 years, the school education, we are not minding it. But now, globally, they are all having international competitions. they can know how this 15 plus child can perform well at the international requirement. These are all the more focused area. That's why we thought, especially in the Asia Pacific region, how we can promote this. Internationally, there is an organization, International School Psychology Association. Now the headquarters is in Amsterdam, Netherlands. That is well connected with the US and the European Society. We are also a member and affiliated organization with them.
Yes.
What are all they are talking about, they are all very advanced. If you take this as a model to implement in our countries, it is not directly fitting. That means, we have to modify.
Meaning you can't copy and paste.
No, we can't. We can't do. Then what we did, we invited experts from USA, Australia, UK, then Germany.
Yes.
Then we have given our models. What are our difficulties? We took them to the schools, Indian schools. Then
in a few words, what would be the model of the Indian psychology?
Yeah, this Indian psychology is more of affinity with the family.
Because my colleague mentioned empathy earlier. She mentioned empathy.
Yeah.
I think this is something very important which has mentioned, isn't it?
This, the child in Indian society, that is more affinity, family oriented.
Which is different from the European model.
Yes, European and the American model.
Yes.
They are all off. They will stand.
At the age of 18, they leave the family and go stay on their own, things like this. Which is different from the... and even in India, correct me if I'm wrong, even in India, there's that parcelization, meaning in the north of India, there's one model, in the south is another model. Is it true?
Yeah, exactly. But culture-wise, now this difference is coming in. Even Indians, those who are settled in US, now facing this problem. We had a couple of students coming to the conference. They said, my mother and I am living in US. When I am living with my mother, no peers are approaching me. I don't have any friends.
Simply because he's still staying with his mother. Wow.
That's why I am saying,
unbelievable.
Yes, I am staying in separate apartment. Once in a month, once in a while, I am meeting my mother.
Just to please the peers.
Yes, peer group.
Peer group pressure.
Yeah. We are surprised to note this. This will not happen in India.
This is like a being like a culture shock.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. They are, they wanted to live with this peer group. They are telling, then only I can get the life partner. If I am with the mother is also helpless. We can't have the arranged marriage is there. No one likes. If you arrange and do that, they won't like. They are, first they want to have the living together. Then they accept each other. Then only they will go in for marriage. This culture is fast developing in the Western society. But here, very difficult. Now we are, in India, for this matter, for this, South Asia and Asian society, we will not go for that model. Still, we have this, our own family system that likes now. Based on this model, even now Americans thinking of, whether we can have the joint family.
Do you still believe that we can come back to the roots?
Yeah, exactly. Now they are trying out. They are thinking this is the best model. We have this, bondage is very strong. Less problem. If you have this nuclear family and having these issues of concern, all the time we are having worries, then divorce, children are separated. So many issues we are facing in the society.
The influence of grandparents, Appai, Tata, and all these bringing the contribution for the consolidation of the family.
Now everybody knows their role. Now they are realizing there is a limitation. Child can go this much, then parents, then grandparents, like that. This model now.
Each one has got a specific role.
Yes, specific
and
role.
Even the mame, the ate.
Especially in the elite society. Now they are realizing. But this joint family system is essential. And now mostly for the elite family, the children are in abroad. Fathers and grandfathers, they are.
Yeah, Professor Ramalingam, but not to forget that a few years ago, each family they had an average around 3 kids.
Yeah.
Which is no longer the case now.
Yes.
Maybe 1 or 2 maximum.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
even not even 1 kid.
Yeah.
So all these contributing for that splitting of the family, isn't it?
That easily we can compare with the Chinese society. The Chinese children, if they go abroad, they will settle there.
Yes.
They will buy plot, land, everything, they will settle. They will come back to China. But our Indians, they will go, and they will come back. That's why now we can see a lot of difference of the immigrants. Earlier, in the 18th century, 19th century, those who have migrated, they are all settled in the nation. But this 20th century, this 21st century, they are not interested to settle there.
Okay.
Most of them.
They go for the studies and then
study or job.
Back home.
They are back home. Very few they are settling down. Remaining, they wanted to live happily in the country. That, now this culture, then this country stability.
The Bande Mataram.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Any question, Neha, at this stage?
No, I would just like to add upon what Professor Ramalingam said. Like
the other Ramalingam, I'm Ramalingam.
Okay. He mentioned that the educational model that the Western country adopted, like it does not fit into the Indian society, and I think that India itself, being rich in values and being rich in so many things, India itself, they can develop a model that can adapt to their own needs, and I think they have the necessary tools and equipments to do that. Because when you see like the Indian kids, like the way they learn and the way they learn, they assimilate things, it's really like it's brilliant. It's on another level. Like especially you mentioned that the family, like it's at the very core of the Indian society, because of the family, the children learn values, and these are the values are very essential, as these same values will dictate how the child will live his own life later on. And I think what we have lost during these years is those values, like the core values provided by the family.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this value is very important aspect as far as this Eastern society is concerned. Not only in India, entire Eastern society all value based and then belief based. In the Western society, we used to say they are based on the reasoning. Whatever the reason they are accepting, they will withstand. But in the Eastern society, if they believe, the parents or for this matter, leaders, they will be very strong in it. That's why in Tamil Nadu, if you take an example, this is polarized in the sense, you are also mentioning earlier, this religious aspect.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
But in Tamil Nadu, if you take one particular sector, equally, they won't believe God.
Yeah,
they are
atheist.
They are
atheist.
That means they are also withstanding. They are also toppers. Whatever the challenge, they are also withstanding. Yeah, this if you believe, you have to accept. If you don't believe, leave it. That's all. No, this is not happening elsewhere.
Coming back to the conference, Professor Ramalingam, how many different countries are participating in this conference between the 26th and 27th of September?
Yeah, 13 countries are participating in this event. Around 117 delegates from abroad they are coming. From Mauritian, around 200 delegates will participate.
Okay. So the main focus after this conference will be what exactly? What are you aiming at?
Yeah, this is the action plan. We have our own roadmap. How we can involve this Mauritian society in the lines of this Asian community. because this organization is for the focusing on the Asia-Pacific region. But culturally, Mauritius is well connected with India and Asian culture.
Yeah.
That's why we thought in Mauritian, Reunion, Seychelles, for certain part, Madagascar, there we are all.
Malaysia also, I could
yeah,
say.
Malaysia is the headquarters.
Yeah, Malaysia is the
For
headquarters.
this headquarters.
In KL? Is it in KL?
KL. KL, this MICA, you might have heard about, no? Malaysian Indian Congress.
Yeah.
Where our office is situated there only.
Yeah.
That is well established in the sense, in Malaysia, 528 Tamil schools are there. Entire education in Malaysia. When compared to other countries in the world, Malaysia is having a strong Tamil education.
In Singapore also?
Singapore now lost. Singapore earlier, their education is strong. Tamil schools are strong. But now, slowly deteriorated. No, Tamil students are not going to the schools, Tamil schools. They are, even Tamil children, they are studying in English school.
Okay. Okay, we are not going to elaborate too much about we can't not mention this book. Please, the school psychology in the Indian context. I'm just showing the book so that our viewers can see it, like it. Good. So, can we just say a few words about this, Professor?
Yeah. This is the, like a handbook. For those who are interested to study psychology, school psychology, or practice in schools, this is the handbook. They can know what exactly school psychology is. Especially how we can impart this knowledge to the children. What are all the life skills we have to give? We can have this age-wise life skills. No?
Yeah.
What are all the content we are teaching at the schools? We are splitting out. What life skill is involved in this particular content that our teachers can motivate to the children. And we are also having the inclusiveness. What are all the children, those who are not able to go with the normal children, that we are giving guidance. We have the special school setup. How these special educators will help.
You mean for children living with disabilities?
Disabilities, mentally challenged.
Autism,
all coming under. This special educators will help them. Wherever possible, they will put with the normal children. If not possible, if it is really needed a separate service, then we will admit in the special school.
Are you in favor of having children with some disabilities with other children mixed together?
Definitely, sir. That is the inclusiveness that will give strength. They will also feel that I am with them. Whatever they are doing, I can also do.
Okay.
That confidence they will get. If you isolate them, they may think.
So isolation will be something bad. Will be something bad.
Yes, they will think that I may be inferior. I can't.
It will create that inferiority complex.
Yes, I can't compete with them. But I may feel that I can do this. That competency will come in, and also they may have this inclusiveness with the normal children. The normal children will also accept. They will have this collaboration.
And show respect for kids or other people living with disabilities.
Yeah, that is our experience. That is coming out well. That's why our UNESCO also now promoting this inclusiveness. As far as this education is concerned, we are very much helping the children for the inclusiveness.
Excellent. Professor Ramalingam, we have almost reached the end of today's broadcast.
Thank you very much.
My colleague Neha and myself, we thank you for being here.
Yeah,
we have been talking about, Nandri, we have been talking about two different reasons why you are here in Mauritius. One would be about the Tamil Diaspora Conference, opportunities and challenges. And so the second one would be about the ABSA International Conference. Anything you would like to say?
Thank you very much, sir. We are here to have our identity. When we asked our Mr. Girish Ponnusamy, whether deteriorating or, we are going back.
All these would be answered during the 3 days of the conference.
We will have the dialogue.
You're going to elaborate.
We will interact. But definitely, we will show that we are here to take our Mauritian community along with us. That is the message.
Excellent. And to take the challenge.
Yes, definitely. Whatever the challenge, we will accept and make use of this as an opportunity to introduce.
Excellent. Neha, thank you for being on the set of GRF Web TV. Professor Ramalingam, thank you. Thank you. I do thank the technical team, Keshini and Prithvi also. Dear viewers, it's the end of today's broadcast. We'll catch you on Monday for another program. Thank you.